What is it that has allowed you, and maybe I'll ask you this too, Coach, to be so advanced, and what, like when you're on these visits and things, to kind of be ahead of the curve since the beginning?
I do not know. Well, for starters, the whole about what it was like to be going to those places when I was a freshman, it was like a dream come true. Going into my freshman season, was not sure if I was even going to start. I was in a position battle, so I really, at least it made it seem that way. I had no idea during all through 2 days and stuff, and I eventually started. So by the time I started getting recruited by major universities, it happened so fast. There's no way to explain it, really. It was the craziest feeling in the world.
When you're out there and you're younger than most, if you're ever there with other prospects and you're 3 or 2 years younger, did you feel isolated ever? Was it different being alone? I mean, I know your parents were probably with you at the time, but like a lot of times people go on visits with other prospects their age and kind of connect with them and stuff. And to be 2 years older than the people that are there probably might be tough.
Yeah, it was kind of tough just because, there wasn't a lot of people my age, but the coaches did a really good job too everywhere I went of keeping me involved and talking to me a lot and introducing me to some of the older guys that they're recruiting or commits that they already have there. So in a way, kind of, but not really.
When did it kind of dawn on you that I know you said you didn't know if you were going to start your freshman year, but like when you were in the position that you were in to be the size you are and as good as you are, as early as you were, did you kind of have a moment where it's like, wow, I'm really ahead of the curve here?
I definitely didn't notice it until probably after my first couple offers. That's probably when it kind of hit me.
How old were you when those came in?
Maybe a couple months after my freshman year, a month or two.
Kevin Wilson from Indiana was the first offer.
Yeah.
And that was in January or February.
Was it in January? It was probably. I think it was in January.
You went to a basketball game there.
Yeah, that's right.
Basketball.
So it was probably January. So a couple months then after my freshman football season.
And then at that point, it was just like the beginning of what it's become.
It just kind of snowballed.
And when you went to Ohio State and you said you just knew when you were there, was there a moment? Was there a thing? Did Urban Meyer say something that kind of made it seem like this is it for me?
That's funny. There actually kind of was. And I don't know if I've ever even told you that exactly, but me and my dad and my brother were sitting talking to Coach Meyer, and we watched their rivalry video with the team up north, and they turned all the lights off. It was real loud, and I don't know. I just kind of, after one specific visit.
You were in his office, right?
Yeah, I was in his office. And it was just after that one specific visit. I don't know. From that on, I don't know. I couldn't think of anywhere else better for me to go.
Was there was it the 4 of you in there?
Yeah, just the 4 of us.
Okay, so what was that? Was it just, did you get goosebumps from the rivalry video?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And
yeah, big time.
Were you an Ohio State fan?
I was not. I mean, I rooted for them, and I wasn't opposed to them or anything, but at that point when my brother signed to play for UK, I was young. I mean, I was in middle school, and my dad obviously played there, so I'd been a University of Kentucky football fan actually prior to my recruitment and stuff.
So how prepared are you now for, now that you're going in your final year? Coaches are going to be coming in from all over the country. Official visits are going to be popping up, or that are going to be wanting you to take them.
Right.
I mean, what's your approach now as your senior year? I know you've been committed for more than a year now, but or about a year. What's the approach now that you're going into that last year?
The approach is probably going to, be as respectful as I possibly can be with any coaches from any other colleges that want to talk to me or want me to come to visits, but it's going to be I appreciate your interest, but I'm set on somewhere else, and probably won't take any visits just to Ohio State.
When you think of the 2013 class Ohio State brought in, it was a top 2 class in the country as a whole. They grew up very fast.
Right.
As sophomores and redshirt freshmen, they helped Ohio State win a national championship.
Yeah.
It was a really good class.
Yeah, very.
What's it like to be rated better than everybody that was in that class, including Bosa?
It's something I haven't even thought about, honestly. I have no idea. I haven't even thought about that. Didn't even realize that, honestly. That's crazy.
To think that, usually with prospects like you, and they're not very commonly from the inner central part of Ohio and near Columbus the way they are, but just how much of a relief do you think it is for a guy like Urban Meyer to have somebody as talented and as big and as advanced as you and not have to really think twice about where you're going?
I don't know. I hope that it just is relaxing and easier. I don't know. I just hope that it makes the process as easy as possible on them, you know.
So